Hi guys, we are back. We are back with another review. This time around, we are doing a movie review, guys, that just got released. It's called Disaster Holiday. I can say at first that I saw the thriller and I was very much interested in watching it, and then I decided to watch it with the family. I have Andy here; she will also have her own view about it. But just to start with the movie, guys, the movie was very interesting. I must say it was acted by Joseph Ngema. He was acting, as we all know him. It's what's his name?
Kenneth Ngozi.
Kenneth Nkosi, guys. So we know him from many movies that he acted before. I think he also acted with the guy that we usually know him as Tao on The Perfect Wedding. I think that was the movie. So this time around, he's acting another comedy, guys, because usually we know him as a guy who act a lot of movies. He doesn't act a lot of stories, Mzansi stories. He act a lot of movies, guys. So yes, this time around he's acting a comedy as he usually does, and he's very funny, I can say. Even on this movie, it was no surprise. So let's get into it, guys. On this movie, he have a wife and he also have an ex-wife, in which his ex-wife they shared three children, and obviously the new wife, she doesn't have a child as yet. And when the movie start, obviously we all know the baby mama drama. There was no surprise on this one. Obviously, with three children, the ex-wife felt like she's raising the children alone in the beginning, as she's the only one who's attending the event of the older daughter, whom the name was Zamo. Also the daughter was very disappointed. Even the younger daughter was also disappointed, and even the son, who's in the middle between the two daughters, was also sort of disappointed. But he was busy with his cell phone, as he was some sort of an influencer who just love taking videos, guys. Just that's just a background about the family. I must also add that Zamo was around 18, and it was surprising that Joseph didn't even know the birthday that she have turned 18 already, as he was still thinking that she's still 16. It seems like he was an absent father in this movie, and who was trying to make up for the lost time. And he was also at the same time, obviously still having disputes, going to lawyers, going through counseling with his ex-wife to try to find out how they can co-parent, guys, which is obviously, as black people, we usually find it difficult to co-parent, as everybody will be angry in their own side, and everyone have their own way of raising children. I don't think that is a black people thing. I think it's every society. I think it's just difficult to co-parent. So yes, guys, that was the in a nutshell how Joseph was having his Ngema family, as he was as I already said that he was also married to Nandipa, whom also acted a lot of stories. Also, she acted a lot of Mzansi stories. We usually know her from stories and also movies. So she's no surprising to all of you who will be able to watch this movie. So yes, guys. When we got onto the movie, they were taking a trip. Obviously, initially they had planned that they're gonna go to Zanzibar for holiday, with the family. But unfortunately, Joseph, because at work, they told him that he might lose his job unless he go to Durban to make a pitch to the big boss. So that was what he was told at work on the very last day. And he was like, but how about our annual leave? And they were like, no, 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 you can't have your annual leave. You rather have your annual leave, but while you're going to make that pitch, because it's very necessary that you do it for the boss, because the business is going down. And as he's working in marketing, obviously you have to try to pick up the company. And he was not alone. His co-employee was also competing for the same job, and they were promised that if at the end they have to compete up until one of them will obviously get fired if they don't do well on the pitch. So only one person supposed to win the sort of the contract, or the boss to be able to pitch for their marketing strategy going forward for the business. And I must say that also the business was a tissue business. So it seems like they were selling tissues, and they had to have a pitch that they will sell to the boss. So yes, guys, they went on a trip. It's as I said, it's a holiday, but it's also a road trip. We usually know that even for that movie that I said earlier, Perfect Wedding, it was also a road trip movie, guys. So yes, they were also having a trip on this movie. Obviously, they had to pack the bags. The bags were so many that he even removed the spare tire. I mean, who will do that when you're taking a long trip? He thought that he's a good driver and nothing will go wrong, so he removed the spare tire along with the jag. So they didn't have anything. They would just decided that okay, let's put our bags are more important, which is you should never do that, guys. If you are taking a long trip, please spare tire, everything that the car needs, make sure that you have it. Also water and everything that is needed for your car, as people are going to be taking long distances. You must always be secured on those kind of things. So yes, guys, along the route, obviously they end up getting stuck because he was busy trying to work while he's driving, which is what already his wife told him not to do. Also, his daughters told him that please do not work while we are in this trip. Even when we get there, you must not work, which he promised them that he won't. And he was trying to fool all of them, and he was busy working, guys. He was working throughout, and he was on the phone. They got a little bit of accident where they swerved out of the road because they were running away from the truck. And guess what? The car got stuck, and the tire got punched. So that was a lesson for him. They had to push as the whole family, and you'll see in some of my snippet that I'm showing that he was busy pushing the car. So yes, guys, they had to push out the car, and it was just drama, guys. I think Andy, you will also just add up from there, just on also how you saw the movie.
Hello, hi guys. Yes, just to jump in and highlight my opinion on the movie. The movie was overall great. It is a comedy movie. You can find it on Netflix. It is a Christmas movie kinda, because it's more like they're going to spend a holiday, but not a holiday for Christmas, just a vacation for the family. As Lichi just said, that he does have an ex-wife whom he share kids with, and have a younger wife as well. I must say that the stepmother is very beautiful. Love the fact that they did not portray a stepmother as someone who's bitter. You know how they always portray stepmothers, someone who don't love children and all that. The stepmom was very, very, very lovely. As well, Liche has left it off when they got a puncher. It was a disaster from there onwards. They had to get a place to sleep, and you can tell that these babies are the babies of the suburbs. They've never been in the hood. But then, when the tow truck came, they now had to get an emergency B&B, which was in the hood. It was not fun at all for the kids, because they were just never really used to the hood like that. But anyway, they managed to get a B&B. At first, really, the kids were not feeling it, but the father managed to just say, you know what, it's okay. We don't need luxury to have fun. We can have fun with the little that we have. And the nights end up being a great night. The dad also end up being able to finish up some work because he kind of tricked them into going to Durban with him, because he knew that he had a business pitch there. But he was just like, you know what, let me just, because he has already planned a vacation with the family, he was like, let me just take them along with me. They will be under the impression that we are going on vacation, while else he knows very well that he has to go on a business trip. Well, everything was just so not right with the vacation, because also now, since their car had a problem, they had to get a new car, and it seems like the insurance was not coming up on time. So now they had to get a new car, or rather they had to borrow a car from their landlord. And the car, really, it turns out to be a old taxi. No one was impressed with the taxi, but anyway, since the taxi was good, was moving, it seems like it was good enough to get them into Durban. Likely they did arrive in Durban. The first thing when they arrived, really, the kids were staring at the ocean. They just wanted to be next to the ocean. I mean, being a father that he is, even though he knew that it was very important for him to get into the hotel and start to prepare for his pitch, he just allowed his kids to go and be next to the beach. The younger one had a problem of always getting lost along the way. They were forgetting her in the gas station, in everywhere they go. Were usually forgetting the younger ones. So it happens that whilst they were in the beach, they forget the last born again, because the last one just tag along whenever she sees people having fun. And the gas station, she saw a group of young girls around her age having a birthday party. Baby girl just joined the birthday party, okay. So in the beach, she joined as well another group of her peers, going to have fun in the marine, in watching baby sharks, dolphins, and whatever fun that you can do in Durban. So now the family is under the impression that she's lost. They're going up and down looking for her everywhere. So now the father, Mr. Ngema, mistaken her with another child, and this made the community of people, especially women, to be under the impression that he's trying to steal the child, which it normally happens in places like Durban, Cape Town, and what so forth. So it's led to him being arrested. He did try to explain, because no, I just mistaken the little girl with my own daughter, but the police they were just not having it, okay. He got arrested. He then asked to call one, when you get arrested, they give you a one phone call. So he couldn't remember his wife phone for some reason, and then he happens to remember Tyson's wife phone number. Luckily, Tyson gave him a card. Tyson's wife, rather, gave him a card. So now he had to call his Tyson's wife. Then Tyson came along to come and help, okay. On the other side, the ex-wife ended up finding the baby girl turns out to be perfectly fine. When the ex-wife went to the police station to inform them that, no, don't worry about the missing person case that I came report here, the baby now is well fine, okay. This is when they told the ex-wife that, oh, and also your husband is here. And she's shocked. She's like, really? And also when she find out that the husband did not even bother calling her, the husband actually called the friend, that she's under the impression that her husband and this friend are not in good terms. It's kind of just made her upset, and she was just like, you know what, he's also here for work. You know what that says, let me just let him spend a night in jail. She went ahead, informed the kids that, you know what, your daddy really doesn't care about us that much. We need to book a flight, go back to Joburg. Really, there is no place for us here. Right, the kids are just as mad because they are also under the impression that their dad spends so much time working than with them. Even the eldest daughter even told his father that he would rather just have a present father than a father who provides for her financially. He did not even know what his baby's dreams, what do they want to be when they grow up. I mean, the eldest daughter had to be like, bro, like right now I have even passed my learners, I'm busy with my license. But I gotta say that he nailed the parts on teaching the eldest daughter how to drive. And but then, more than anything, this weekend just helped Mr. Ngema to be more involved in his children's life. As much as things were just really not going in his way, him spending a night in a jail cell, him also just end up prioritizing his family. When he gets out of jail, he's just like, you know what, I'm gonna go straight to the airport and look for my family. Whilst the family realize that they made a mistake, he is really at a risk of losing his job. It's not like he just doesn't care about them. He just had to do this. They then tried to assist him into going to get the laptop because he forgot the laptop in the BNB that they first made a stop there. The family just assisted him. They started working together as a family. The ex-wife kind of suspected, because you know what, there is something funny here. Okay, let me go and check on these people, because they were kind of ignoring the ex-wife's phone calls. The ex-wife really wanted to check on if the kids are fine, are they doing okay. And also they were kind of in a custody dispute, of, is he fit to be a great father. It's very nice, to see especially South African men trying to do better with their children. You can tell that, he's not the greatest dad, obviously, because the children were just like keep on even reminding him their age and all that. And also the children really didn't call him daddy. They were kind of calling him by his name, Joseph. Yes, I would have forgotten his name, Joseph. So towards the end of the movie, when the kids started to call him dad, as much as this was not the best holiday, but it seems like they grew closer with one another. And he managed to make his speech. His speech was just about that, roll with it, roll with it. And toilet paper is great. Toilet paper is one thing that we all need, guys. So I guess you can kind of throw it in a family, because it does make a family to function in a way. So yeah, I mean, for me in closing, Lichi will also say his closing. For me in closing, really, I enjoyed the movie. It's comedy, it's beautiful, you can watch it with your family. It's friendly, you can watch it with your kids as well. So enjoy it's a very, very, very lovely movie where you and your family, you can enjoy. I definitely give it a 7 over 10.
Yes, guys. Before I give my rating, I must say that indeed it is a nice movie. But I just want to put a few keynotes that I've noticed in the movie, because when I do these reviews, I want to also just maybe highlight some of the great stuff that our South African actresses and also our South African writers and directors, what they do, which is nice. So one thing that I noticed is how they've highlighted how beautiful is the N3, and also how beautiful is the whole KZN. I think they really portray it nice. Even when they got to the hood, they show nice places, and how the hood was also facing the ocean. I think that was very, very nice. I really wish that like I can visit there. Even when we get to the beach, I think that how they show the beach was very nice. It is so typical Durban. And also how they show that long street, I think it was very nice. Not forgetting how when the daughter got lost, the younger daughter got lost. She went to the Shaka Morin, which I'm sure that by those pictures of how where she was seeing, I'm sure everyone is really swamped to want to visit Durban. I think I really love the fact that our directors are really showing us that. And obviously also the writer, how he portray that in South Africa it's not that like anything is it's bad, and it's just a normal place, and there are also beautiful places like Durban, which is very very nice, honestly speaking. And also how the police were to Joseph. It was very very a nice interesting storyline. I mean, we all know Slender, who acted on the prison movie. She acted a lot of movies, and she's a good actor. And acting as a police, it was very very nice. And also our diversity, guys, it's very nice that we are starting to see movies that are more mixed race. I mean, we had black people, we had white people, we also had Indians in this movie, which is very nice. Even in Kasi, when people were busy dancing, they were busy dancing a song that is Zulu. So it's which is very it's a very nice song. I must say that this year in 2024 everyone is really liking the song. So it's also nice for everything just to being combined into one thing. I'm sorry by making this video to be a little bit long, but honestly speaking, I can give this movie, for me, including all these key points that I've just said, I will give it an 8, I must say. Even though it was not that comedy that you can be laughing from start to finish, but it was a decent movie that really portrayed South African nicely, which is why I give it an 8, guys. And I think that's it from my side, not to make the video way too long. We'll meet on the next one. Cheers.